Hey everyone, NWA Prepper here. And I know I'm in the truck. It's just kind of an odd place to do this. But it's been on my mind a lot to share with you about part of my truck kit. I took it out of my bag, my get home bag in the back. And so I wanted to share with you. To begin with, some of this is because it came out of my bag. So I intended on carrying this, but I'm not sad that most of the time I'm in the vehicle and I don't have to. So I wanted to share with you about this. It is just a little stove. This is not a name brand. Folds semi-flat, I guess. And you flip it out, and it holds your pot. It has, I know you can't see that, but there's a little igniter on here that throws a little bit of spark. It uses this style of fuel. Now they have smaller cans of this, but this just screws onto the top. This is a lid, but it just screws on there, just like that. Set your pot on there. And then this is your valve, on, off. Hit the igniter, fire. This is a really cool little stove. And you can see it. I have used this stove. I've used this particular stove for several years. And I use it pretty regular. When we go hammock camping, even one time we were car camping, but we were scouting. I pretty much try to stay and live out of our bug out bags, other than the fact that we have a car there. And we usually take camp chairs, but we stay in our hammocks and our shelters out of our bags, and we use our stove like this with fuel like this. Now the fuel, this actually is a Jetboil brand pedestal, which is funny because the fuel is Jetboil too. That stove is not, but the fuel is, and the pedestal, the support to help give it more stability, is made by Jetboil. And let's see, number of boils. This container, per the container, says a full container will boil water 55 times. I don't know. I've used one of these containers for 3. I'm on my 4th weekend trip, of which we usually heat water for breakfast and dinner. And this is my cook kit. In here is a pot, 2 little bowls, and 2 cups, and 2 sporks. And I think I've got some salt and pepper shoved in there. Maybe a little thing of Cavender's, all tucked in there in this nice, neat little pouch. It's pretty big, but what my son and I prefer are these Mountain House foods, but they're expensive. We don't do Mountain House breakfast because we do oatmeal that we boil water on this little stove in that pot, and we eat it out of the envelope, like the little paper sack that it comes in. We rip one open, put a little water in it, stir it up, Sometimes we put raisins in it, cranberries. He puts chocolate chips in his sometimes. And we eat it right out of the paper envelope. No mess, really easy. Lots of variety. You can eat grits that way. Anything, you just add boiled water. So, but right out of that paper envelope. Lunch we usually do, you know, snack bars or sandwiches, or like peanut butter sandwiches, peanut butter crackers, some jerky. Sometimes we'll do canned tuna and crackers, and the flavored tuna. Oh, and sometimes we cook something like this. This particular one is pasta primavera, and this one, like most Mountain Houses, you open the package, and this one has like a Ziploc seal right about here is where that is at. So you tear it open. You have to make that sound too. You tear it open, you put in 2 cups of boiling water, 16 ounces. This container holds way more than 16 ounces. The side of it is graduated so you can measure. And then you stir it up and you let it sit for 8 or 10 minutes, and you serve it right out of the pouch. I mean, and if you don't eat it all, you can zippy it closed. But this particular one, this has 2 servings, and we eat it with some crackers or some Melba toast or MRE bread, snack bread. We really like that with this particular one. But it's really easy. It's really lightweight. The downside is the fuel is about $5.80 or about $6 a can. But like I say, I get several, well, eating 2 meals, and usually hot chocolate in the evening because he likes hot chocolate. And I do tea sometimes, but not very often. So on a regular outing, Saturday and Sunday, we're gonna boil water or heat things at least twice, usually 3 times a day. So 6 times, and I'm on my 4th camp trip on, well, this one is brand new, but in my bag there's a fuel can. And I played with my new stove a little bit. I got a gift of a Jetboil, which I'll be doing a video on. I did a short one already. I really like it because a lot of what we do is like this, or we like a lot of just boil water type meals, and there's 1,000 of them out there. It's not just Mountain House and oatmeal. I mean, we make my favorite thing to make is in a Ziploc bag with chicken and like garlic mashed potatoes, garlic herb mashed potatoes, and stovetop stuffing and peas. Man, it's awesome. I do like freeze-dried peas or dehydrated peas, just because they're lighter and I don't want to carry a can. But you can, yeah, I mean, you can do that with all kinds of stuff. It doesn't have to be a $7 or this is an $8 Mountain House. But for 2 people, that's $4 a meal. I hardly ever buy them right off the shelf, so I get a better deal. So they're usually about $6 a meal. Anyway, the point of that is I keep this little stove and a can of fuel or 2 in my vehicle kit. It used to be a tub, not a big Rubbermaid tote or anything, but a smaller tub. And it's since changed to go into my get home bag. And so I like it. I have since very recently got gifted a Jetboil from my buddies. We get together and pool our resources for birthday and Christmas presents, because then we can get nicer things for each other. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. I have a way to cook food. I have some food to cook in my vehicle all the time. You never know what's going to happen. You never know when you're going to break down. You never know where you're going to break down or run out of gas, or where you're going to decide I need to be here for the night. So it's always good to have not only some food, there's great, jerky's great and crackers are great. Cold MREs are great, but nothing is better for morale than a hot meal. It's way too easy to do. Something like this, and there's 1,000 different options, and people are like, oh, it's 90 degrees outside, throw it on the dashboard, it'll get hot. You're right. There are pellet little fuel tab stoves. I know there's one in this truck. I like those as well. They're the biofuels, whatever stove you like. This one is my current one that I like. It's already been replaced in the bag by the Jetboil, but this one definitely has its place. Have a way to cook, have things to eat and enjoy. Practice this. Don't own a stove that's brand new. They are made to be used. Learn how to use them now, so in an emergency, there's no learning curve. You know all the nuances of it. Thanks for watching. We'll do more on this little Pocket Rocket stove and on the Jetboil as well. And I think I just saw a little accident. Yep, a car just backed into another one. There, you're angry. I'm gonna go make sure everyone's okay. Let's get ready.